Let's talk about BYU. How about you going to Fayetteville, Arkansas, playing Razorback Stadium? That place is going to be rocking. That place is going to be rocking. Now, these are two what feels like very different teams from last year. Very different teams. New quarterback for BYU, Keaton Slovis is in there. Uh, Look, both of these teams, uh, a lot of their bread and butter in recent years has been running the football. Neither team has done that well up until this point. In fact, Arkansas, Raheem Sanders is out again for the second straight week. Now they're hoping he's back for the LSU game, but he's not back this game, right? And when your offensive line is going to be absolutely piss poor the way it has been these last 2 weeks, come on, Arkansas fans, we know, all right. Elite running backs can kind of compensate for that, right? A little bit. They have a very talented backfield, but AJ Green is not as talented as our boy Rocket Sanders. So I'm very, very interested to see how this game turns out. We have the graphic at +10, right? This line has dropped significantly to +8 in some places, +8.5. But for the sake of the show, we'll pick it like it is at 10. All right. And gosh, what's going on here? Both teams can't run the ball. So what do they do? What do they do? What do you think?
Yeah, it's obviously going to rely on KJ Jefferson being the best player in this game, like I think he is. It's going to be up to him to make plays. And this game, I can't get a feel on. Again, it's similar to Tennessee, Florida game in terms of picking a spread. I'm obviously going to take Arkansas to win. I do think losing Sanders hurts for sure. And Arkansas didn't look fantastic against Kent State. And I love Kenny Burns more than most people. Obviously, a new head coach there for Kent State. This is not a good roster at Kent State. It's really not. And KJ Jefferson did some nice things, obviously, but he only has to throw the ball 19 times. I think he'll have to throw a little bit more against BYU, which I don't think is something that they want. Obviously, he's a good player for sure, and they do have some talent there, out wide. But yeah, I don't believe in BYU enough to go into Arkansas and get a win and to even cover. So that's why I'm going to take Arkansas and the points.
Wow.
Again, another favorite. I hate doing it. I hate doing it.
Another favorite. Well, I think the winner of this game is just the team that's more talented. It's Arkansas. I think the winner of this game has a guy that can make plays, which is Arkansas. But I do think this BYU defense it's been okay. Their linebackers have looked pretty good. Some surprises there as well. A little more production than they thought that they were going to get there, I think. And I'm going to take BYU to cover +10. Because you're giving it to me at 10. If we were doing this at 8.5, I don't think I would have a much tougher time taking BYU +8.5 than I would taking BYU +10. Granted, these are not games that we're putting money on. These are just picks. All right, if you're following the show, hopefully you know that. But yeah, give me Arkansas to win. Give me BYU if you're going to give me 10 points. I think this is a lower scoring game. The over-under win totals, or sorry, not win total. The over-under for this game is 47.5. So it's not going to be a high scoring game. Neither team can run the ball very well. I think it could come down to turnovers in this game. It's going to come down to maybe some explosive plays. I think Arkansas can make those explosive plays, but I also think BYU can keep it close. So if there's not going to be a lot of scoring in this game, I think it's going to be close. So I mean, Arkansas, what are we doing against Kent State, man? What are we doing? I mean, if you look at like the box score itself, you're like, well, they ran the ball. No, they did not. Don't lie to yourselves, Arkansas fans. That Kent State team is one of the worst teams in the entire country. The entire country. This BYU defensive line is going to be a little bit more of a problem for you guys. So,
now
look,
they do have to
Arkansas,
get home. Actually, real quick. They do have to get home. They only have 1 sack on the year. So and obviously KJ Jefferson is not an easy person to sack and to get brought to the ground. But obviously you can put pressure on them. You can do different things. Sacks are a little bit misleading. I don't love them, but they're also important. Like on third down, getting pressure on a quarterback is different than bringing them to the ground, obviously, especially KJ Jefferson.
Yeah, but like all I'm saying is that two teams that thought they had a certain identity that does not have that identity at all. I don't think these teams are going to figure out their identities necessarily in this game this early in the season. I think it could be a low scoring game, so give me the plus 10, right? But give me Arkansas to win because of the better quarterback.